Hey guys, what do we got here? We got a new range. Our old range got, it was from the 80s, and living right on the beach, we get a lot of rust and humidity and whatnot, so it's time for a new range. Some of the components got rusty. When we turned the oven off, it still stayed on. So we went into town. We talked to some of the propane experts. Some of them, one of the ladies that we deal with the most, she actually has a cabin on one of the islands out there as well. And she said that it's best just to get a new range. That stuff's so rusty and corroded inside there that once you start tinkering to try to repair it, it'll just fall apart and it won't be worth. Basically, you'll be spending almost as much as it is for a new range to repair that. So she gave us a great deal on this, and we're going to put this sucker in today. This is a Unique range. That's the brand name, Unique. Our refrigerator is also propane, and that is also from Unique. This is a 30-inch range, so it's basically like a full-size range, not a little cabin range. That's given us some problems right now because guess what? We haven't built the addition yet, and so now we're losing extra space that we kind of need, but it's okay. We'll fit it in here somehow. Let's do it. All right, first things first. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Kenny. First things first, let's go turn off the propane. I was going to video and show you us hooking up the hose. But you know how the rubber hoses, once you get them in a little bit and then they just go whoop straight back out. No, we didn't show that at all because we had a hard time doing it. Got the hose hooked up. It said when you're using a new range, always get a new connector. Lesson learned. We'll get a new connector in town, and also use some Teflon tape around that just so you don't have any leaks. We're gonna have to hook this up, then we'll go outside, hook the propane back up, and turn it on. And then they say use a like a propane tester or a sudsy spray bottle and see if you see any bubbles. You just want to make sure that you're not getting any propane leaks. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So actually this also comes with a natural gas conversion kit. So if you're not using propane and you wanted to use it with natural gas, it's got a little conversion kit. To install the battery, you got this little kick plate. We won't need that. You got a little kick plate. You take your kick plate off. It's held by magnets. That's pretty cool. They give you a battery, or at least ours came with a battery. It's a D-size battery. I just got to unwrap it here. And you slide that sucker inside here. Maybe. Good Lord. They make that. Well, they don't want it to come out, that's for sure. There we go. So our battery's in. Then we put our kicker plate back on there. There we go. If you're like me, you like pictures. I don't like reading a whole lot. I like looking at pictures and making things look like the pictures. So putting these burner tops on, I was scratching my head for a minute. But on the exploded view at the back of the manual, it kind of showed you which one went where. It's not that hard, but I'm mentally challenged. So I'm going to go through here, show you which one goes where and why they do that. Like I said, the instructions didn't have a nice pretty picture. You know what? I didn't even look at the box. I already burnt that sucker, so maybe there's a nice picture on the box. But anyways, here's how it works. A little hole goes inside. A little lighter right there, and then this black thing sits right on top of it. And these two are identical, so that makes it pretty easy. You got a little guy in the back. He goes on there, same thing, he's got a little hole. And then this guy here, he's got 3 pieces. So that guy fits inside this little groove over here. And then it won't turn at all. I like that. And set that guy on there and like that. And voila, your burners are done. So that's what your burners look like right there. And this little guy, his little igniter's on the outside, so don't get confused and think, why ain't this thing fitting inside there? All the other ones are on the inside except for your front right burner, that's on the outside. I got the propane hooked up. We're going to give this humdinger a shot. It says for this you push the button in and turn it to the full and the ignite position, and it will start clicking and should light up. And the other thing is they have different burners on here. For each burner has a different purpose, so you can use less or more propane depending on what you're doing. That's the reason why you have 3 different burners, because these 2 are the same. I don't know what they're for. We're reading the instructions right now.
Take a while to light the pilot oven.
My wife says we have to try the oven out now. I only want the burners because I want some macaroni and cheese right now. Mac and cheese. Like the burner. Like the burners first.
On the top, because
we
so
did
you
that.
know that the gas
Yeah, we got the top. We got the top ones done. Now you got to try the bottom. You got to try the oven. You got to lay down on the ground so you can look at the pilot light. And then you have to reach up to your oven button and put it in the ignite position. Hear the clicks. Once it goes, you keep holding it down for 10 seconds. Once the 10 seconds is up, you can release it. Oh, I guess you gotta... Well, how do you get it into the range mode? Because it won't let you while you're... Oh, there we go.
Okay, so
Ooh!
right now you're just lighting the
Oh.
Once lit counts to 10 and release, it should now stay lit. If not, repeat. You can use pilot light by opening the boiler door. And
I'm easily entertained. All right, so we're super excited. We were going to get a new range when we built the new kitchen. So we just got our range a little early, like a year and a half early. But I really like this. Here's what I like, and the one thing that I don't like. I like the fact that everything turns off and you don't have pilot lights lit all the time, because that just always seemed to me like you're just wasting. Even though it's not a lot of propane, it's a little bit of propane. What I don't like, though, is with that benefit of not wasting propane, I guess technically you don't have to look because you can hear the flame getting lit when you turn the oven on, but you got to push in, let it click for 10 seconds, and then turn the oven on. And it says in the manual you have to go down there and physically look. You know, after a couple of uses of this, you can probably just click, 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 and you can hear it go, and you'll be safe. But by the manual, you're supposed to physically look and see if the oven lights up. So this is a 30-inch range, and our old one, I don't know what it was. It came with the cabin. I mean, we've been using it for 3 years, but like I said, it was on its last leg, and later on we'll play taps. And
here's the pictures that you were looking for. This is how to do this.
Give me this. Hold on a minute. Breaking news, everybody. This shows you how to put that little backsplash or whatever they call that on the back. But I guess you could look at this and figure out where your burners need to go as well. Hey, dude, I'm just an average Joe. I ain't no propane and propane accessory salesperson. So yeah, you could use this little handout that they included. I didn't look at that. It's also on the exploding view in the back of the main manual as well. And if you speak Spanish, you're in luck because there's a Spanish manual in there too. Por favor. So when you're putting the grates on, there's a flat section and a curved section. The curved section goes to the outside flat section. You'll figure it out once you're going. I'm just saving you the headache. That's all she wrote, fellas. Alright, so I want to be transparent with you guys. So there's two big warnings here, and I want to let you know right up front that with this bubble wrap, plastic bags can be dangerous. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this bag away from babies and children. Okay, now you know that. Now here, I also thought this was funny because it says if you put your baby on the oven door, this thing could tilt and spill boiling, scalding hot water on your baby. And if you're dumb enough to try to stand on it, you're probably going to burn your... See, that guy's getting his crotch burnt. So don't do either of these things. Oh, hello. Good looking. That's me. Can I say mentally challenged, Mama? I can?
No.